Booyah! What up, you guys? Welcome back to another one of these tutorials. Today we're gonna learn this. Oh yeah! Okay, so the topic of today is catching a ball with your foot. So there's three basic ways to do it. I'm gonna teach them all to you. So the first is this. We go get the ball from far away. So for that to do, first of all, let's talk about your feet. So you gotta curl your toes like that. So you're gonna make sort of like, if you think about your feet being your fingers like this, so you gotta curl your toes upwards. So you sort of like create a place for the ball. So when you put the ball there, that's when it's gonna be. And you can actually practice holding the ball there. And sort of like you can try to make circles the other way around, move back and forth a little bit. First start off very small moments and then get into bigger moments. Now, when you start this, it can actually feel very tiring of holding that ball. So do it a little bit and do it a lot, like do it very often, many times a day, but hold it just a little bit. You can actually do it as a warm-up as well. But you have to get used to holding the ball on your toes like that. So once you got it, and all the moving around helps you keep your foot in balance. If every time you go to the side and you turn like this, the ball will fall down. So you gotta learn, even when you move it from side to side, you're gonna move it in a way that you turn so it doesn't go like that. You know what I mean? So you gotta keep it like that, parallel to the floor all the time. So when you have the ball there, you can actually hold it. So instead of going like this, because here, if you stop, it will drop. So keep it more parallel to the floor. So if you stop here, you can actually still hold it. Cool, like that. So once you get that going on, then we're gonna make the drop. So the first thing is catching it with a straight leg. So you go pick it up from the front, you'll lift your knee, straighten you'll lift like your thigh, your knee, straighten your knee, and then you put your feet to an angle. So you really put your angle like that, so it's 90 degrees or more. You curl up your toes, and then the ball will come, it will land that place, and then you will bring it down. So once it touches that, you will bring it down. So you're actually decelerating the ball. So you're throwing a little bit forward, you're catching it like that. So you just lift up your leg, straighten it up, catch like this. Now it depends how flexible you are. You can go, take it like this, you don't have to straighten your leg the whole way. And you can just go straight and bring it back. Now there's a tip when you're using Russian style balls or bean bags, basically whatever type of ball you're using. If you put a little bit spin like this, so you add, so you start to spin this way. So you throw, do that. So you give it a little spin. Then when you catch it, you will make sure that it doesn't, because sometimes you throw, and if it's turning to the sides, it can actually land like that. Especially with the Russian, because the sand can be on the side. So if the sand is on the side and it will land, it will very easily go off. So what you do is you would spin a little, so you get it there every time you want. So then the sand will be this way. So when it drops, it will come straight away. It doesn't go to the sides. So you will make your life much easier. And the same thing applies to the beanbags. If you put a little bit spin, it will actually make it easier. Okay, but let's get back to it. So the first is that. And you can actually see without the spin. So it's this kind of motion. You catch it, you can practice this. Catch and then bring it down. Catch and bring it down. So when you go from here, you catch, you bring it down. So immediately when the ball touches your toes, you're gonna bring it like this, okay? And remember, when you catch, curl your toes like this. Okay, so that's the first. Okay, for the second one, we're gonna do this. So it's just catching the ball. So the way to do that is actually much harder, but it's the same technique. Curl your toes, and you only decelerate a little bit with the toes. So you flex your ankle just a little bit when it comes down. Like that. So the ball comes down, and hold it here, and you go this. Just that, just small motion, like this. And again, it's much easier when you put more spin to the ball. So this is one of those, you can see a lot of guys practice this a lot, day after day, year after year, and they never get this because they're not spinning the ball. So once you spin the ball, it will become 10 times easier, like that, trust me. And the same trick with beanbags as well. So you just gotta know, you hit the ball right way, and it hits the right place, and then it's just very small deceleration, okay? So you just gotta, that's something to practice. You can just drop this, make it spin, and just drop it down, try to catch it there. And eventually you start doing it a little bit, you start to notice that it goes easier, and then you're gonna start to throw it higher. When I throw high throw, I actually let it go to the other way. So it slips off my fingers, like really, so there's spin, and then I catch it. So that way I make sure that the sand stays in the center as well. Because this way it's very hard for me to throw accurate throw. This way I can throw more accurate to make the sand spin. So that was the first two, and then the third one is this. And this is more traditional for, it is basically the kick up, but in reverse. But there's a few tricks when it comes to catching the ball like that. And it's also, if you want to do like two ball, like a shower pattern with one leg, this is the trick for that. This is the technique for that. So the catching it like this, it's actually, you're not catching it from here. The way you do that is you let the ball drop between your knee and your toes down, and once it's here, you will straighten your leg and it will come down straight. Okay? So you can see it from a straight view. Actually goes to the side, you don't see it that well, but on the straight you can see that it drops down between the knee and the ankle, and when it passes the leg you straighten and you put your toes under the ball like that. Okay, it's hard to try to explain what I'm doing at the same time. And again, I'm putting a little bit of spin to it to make it much easier first. Now with two balls, you basically practice it like that. So you just practice the kick up, bring your leg down, and then practice going up and coming down. That way you practice the both going up, going down, going up, coming down. You don't have to do it this way. You can also just go up, go down, go up, go down. But that is the option if you want to go further away, as it is to, I mean, like if you want to go much further with your technique up to the two balls. And once you learn to catch it like that, you can go from your head, you have it here, and then you drop it down, like that. Oh yeah. So that is pretty cool, and it's not that much difficult once you learn the technique. So that's it, that's a quick tutorial. Give it a try, and I'll see you in the next one.